Greetings and salutation, viewers. Smoking Hamster here with another StarCraft 2 skirmish. Fuck, I did it again. I played with your heart. Oh well, good luck, Henry Ford. And yes, Henry Ford will need all the help he can get during this recession where people refuse to fork out cash on automobiles. Today we have a 1v1 match between Supershine the Red Terran. Shines. I hated collecting those things in Mario almost as much as I despised the bad camera angle and that annoying water pump. Supershine's opponent is Treelizard, who is playing as the blue Zerg. He has entered Supershine's base with a crab. Up and down it moves and around the supply depot. Is it trying to delay a wall-off? No, it ventures up to the base, scouts around, and sees an early refinery. The crab scuttles back to the supply depot and watches as a robot begins construction of a barracks. The crab is having none of it. It starts to claw at the robot, who fights back with a drill. A fellow robot repairs the SCV, which I do not understand. SCVs can be repaired by robots and healed by medivacs. Are they machines or organic? Make up your minds, Blizzard. The crab retreats, chased by the booster-powered robot. The robot goes away, but is forced to return as the crab punches the supply depot. It moves up to the geyser and begins to form an extractor, a very popular tactic for Zerg to delay gas farming. The barracks is complete. The crab returns, tries to kill the robot, who is down to 1 health point out of 45. The robot retreats. The SCVs chase after the crab, who once again forms into an extractor. Will he cancel again and continue with the hijinks? Possibly not, as a soldier has come out from the barracks, woken up from his night slumber, goes out for some early shooting practice. He destroys the extractor. The crab reveals itself and once again morphs like a Power Ranger. As we watch this ceaseless slaughter of sea creatures, let us move down. Treelizard has a queen, a spawning pool. The queen starts to spread some creep, which will help protect this early expansion. We see that Treelizard is moving up an overlord to spy, and that overlord will see a second refinery getting built, a donkey assisting with the mining, and some more supply depots have been built whilst I was looking down the south area of the map. We are also getting a factory and a reactor. Part of the wall is a barracks with a tech lab, and naughty Supershine is starting to summon the services of Reapers. Behind the wall is a bunker, which will no doubt get occupied by these soldiers who have spotted the Overlord and are shooting it down. Some Zerglings have moved to the wall, but they're not getting through. That factory's in the way, using its reactor to build 2 flamethrower jeeps. This robot begins to fix the little damage which the Zerglings caused before they were forced to run like seagulls. One goes to this Selnaga tower, the other, I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. It's going to tag the other tower. And screw being supply blocked. Treelizard moves another overlord to its death. Let us continue seeing Supershine's build. He claims that this build is unbeatable versus Zerg. But to be fair, Zerg are so underpowered that any build will obliterate them. 2 Reapers. Will they go down and cause some harass? Some Jeeps. Now we are seeing that the barracks has switched places with the factory. Now we are getting mass marines, whilst 4s are being constructed, and we also have a starport, but nothing is being built. Ah, yes, I called it. I called it. Ah, eat that, Nostradamus. I can see into the future, and I saw that these Reapers would be up to no good. They are heading towards the Zerg's expansion and base. What is there to protect the expansion? A hentai tentacle. It starts prodding. That Reaper one goes down in a matter of seconds. This one scuttles away, starts using its twin hand guns. Take that, Vash the Stampede. But with only half its life left, it will die to the hands of 2 queens. The Zerg player has a few roaches, and he is using it to destroy, to melt these boulders. Is he going to expand to a 3rd area? Greedy, greedy Zerg. We also see that he is spreading the creep. Can nothing stop this advance? Perhaps this build was not as strong as it was cracked up to be. Some soldiers, some Jeeps parked here. Finally the 4 has been built, and in the starport, nothing. A second 4 emerges from the factory. How can such a big robot fit in such a small building? I do not know. The Zerg player is spreading his overminds around the map. He has got good vision. An overseer flies in through this back door and gets shot down by the 4s and soldiers. The Hellions, they do nothing. Flamethrowers cannot hit the sky. Finally, we see something getting built at the starport. An early battleship. What can the Zerg do against this? The race that is virtually devoid of anti-air. For God's sakes, Blizzard, put Hydralisks back as tier 1. It looks like the Zerg player is enjoying farming crystals and gas, but he isn't building much of an army. Should the Terran come down, I do not fancy the odds of this roach-heavy force doing much. Meanwhile, we get more construction. Another Jeep comes out from the factory, and so does the battleship. It looks like these units are bunching together. That factory lifts up, and it looks like the Terran has had enough. Enough turtling. It's time to attack. Some Jeeps burn something, but I didn't see, because I did not scroll the camera fast enough. That Zergling I did see get toasted. Toasty Zergling. Lots of exoskeleton. The forces move to this yellow crystal line and cease their advance. Up here, we see this Overmind just puking on the natural expansion of the Terran, which will delay the construction of a base there. The Terrans move past the Zelnaga Tower. They find the roaches. The roaches, they eat flamethrower to the face, and they like it. Nice, hot and spicy. Very little damage. It looks like they are melting the Jeeps, but the 4s sit back from a distance. They pound on the roaches. The hentai tentacle begins to prod. There goes the last of the Jeeps. The soldiers are getting pounded. From the elevated position, the queens fire at the battleship. It looks like that 4 is going to go down, but it is being repaired by some robots. A cowardly soldier hides behind the 4. He finds the tentacle and gets raped. The tentacle does very little damage to that 4 that is being repaired. They move up to the main base. The queens, 1 gets destroyed. 2 queens and a bunch of roaches. These Terran forces are surrounded, but these beefy battleships will not go down fast. It begins to shoot at the queens. The Zerg player is spawning more roaches. The fours are down, the robots are down, the expansion is secure. Will the queen be able to beat the battleship? It's down to 80 health points. No more anti-air, so their crabs are getting shot by the battleship. Finally, they've had enough and begin to flee. A new queen emerges. Its health is going down fast though, with no fellow queen to transfuse it. The battleship survives, just 32 health points. It starts to kill that lone crab that has stayed to mine gas, and now it retreats upward. The Terran player Supershine has moved a command center to this part of the map, but it cannot land due to Treelizard's annoying overmined puke. Up here is a counterattack. Some roaches head to the entrance of the Terran base, and now they are chilling, burrowed underneath the creep, which the overmind is puking. The battleship slowly moves up, in bad need of repair. Supershine is not amused. Such bullshit! Why did BattleNet put me in a match with such a good player? Is he being sarcastic? Or does he genuinely approve and compliment his opponent on this map control strategy? The Terrans move out, try to scare off the overmind. The roaches come, but they will be forced to flee from the superior numbers of Supershine's army. Game pause.